into California. People are barricading their homes down in Malibu. I was just down there. And as you can see, Dick Nose Dara, the guy with a long nose that always lies, right? What he's doing, he is playing the master bluffing game, right? He loves to bluff, especially legislators and politicians. Oh, if I don't get my way, I will be pulling out of your city. Listen up here, Dick Nose Dara. You have bluffed many, many times before. You've bluffed in London. Didn't pull out. You fought. You bluffed in Paris. You didn't pull out. The French drivers got their way, $8 minimum. You bluffed in Seattle. Oh, I'm going to pull out of Seattle. You're still in Seattle. You bluffed in New York. You're in New York. You're now bluffing in Minneapolis. Same little bluffing game. Dick Nose Dara, right? These bluffs become nothing, just words. Unfortunately, in Minneapolis, we had a guy like Tim Walz, probably paid through the back door for his campaign. He vetoed it. So what did the drivers do? They were relentless. They took the fight back to Uber and Lyft. They didn't give up. They demanded $1.41 per mile. And now Uber and Lyft, interesting how they fight each other out there as companies. But when it comes to increasing prices, suddenly they're best friends and they fight together, right? You'll see David Risher and Dara Khosrowshahi snuggled up in bed together. You got Mr. Risher and Dick Nose Dara sleeping in a queen-size bed together, right? Oh, Dara, we need to fight this. Yes, I agree with you, David. We need to fight this. Let's go and bluff. You're bluffing, Mr. Risher. You're bluffing, Mr. Dick Nose Dara. Means nothing. It means nothing. Empty words. You've shown again and again and again and again and again and again. You bluff, you bluff, you bluff, you bluff. It's just all fluff. It's all little fluffy fluff, right? So my message to Mayor Frey. Mayor Frey now makes the big decision in Minneapolis. Mayor Frey, I'm talking to you directly. You're a grown-up man. You're a politician. You earned your way into politics. Big decision to make. Do you go out and veto this, right? Do you go and veto and say, hey, these essential workers in your state of Minneapolis cannot receive even the minimum wage? Do you go out and vote against the people that are keeping your passengers safe at night, taking people to business meetings, taking people to hospitals, right? Do you go and vote against these essential workers when you know that the threat of pulling out of Minneapolis is a big, fat, fluff bluff, right? And Mayor Frey, I'm appealing to you here and I'm asking all these drivers in Minneapolis, find him on Twitter, find him on Facebook, email him, show Mayor Frey in Minneapolis that the master bluffers, David Risher and Dick Nose Dara, right? All they have done historically is bluff. So call them on their bluff. If you want to leave, go. You're going to lose a market. Other rideshare companies are going to pull in. Taxi drivers are going to be happy. Shuttle drivers are going to be happy. The only true losers are Dick Nose Dara and David Risher, right? So bluffing, my friends, means nothing. Nothing if you don't have the balls to carry through. People bluff a lot in poker. Yeah, in poker, it takes balls to bluff, and you can win, right? But Dara Khosrowshahi and David Risher cannot bluff. When you look at the history of bluffing, bluffed in Paris, bluffed in London, bluffed in Seattle, bluffed in New York. They're still there, right? They're still there. In California, they bluffed. They said they would pull out of California. They're still there. They spent $220 million fighting in California. So when you've established yourself, Dick Knows Dara, as a master bluffer, right? As a master bluffer, nobody takes you serious, right? You become a joke. You become a walking joke. His word means nothing, right? And I dare Dara to pull out of Minneapolis. And Mayor Frey, if you are so afraid of Uber and Lyft that they're going to pull out of your state again, I ask you, look at the history of bluffs, period. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button. Do share the video, right? Please send a tweet to Mayor Frey in Minneapolis. Please send a tweet to Tim Waltz in Minneapolis. Please turn to their Facebook and Twitter accounts and address them and say, do the right things for driver. We are talking 51 cents extra per mile. They have squeezed the lemon. They've extracted as much juice as they can, pushed drivers down to the minimum, not even minimum wage, right? And what is working, my friends, I want to repeat this, what is working is that city and state by state, you're fighting back, you're forming alliances, you got drivers working together, bonding together, connecting with legislators and pushing new laws, pushing new legislation for Uber and Lyft and DoorDash in those cities. And you are winning. Guess what? You are winning. Paris won, Seattle won, London won, New York won. So why cannot Minneapolis win? Don't give up, Minneapolis. I'm behind you. Many other YouTubers and drivers are behind you. We support you, right? You're like extended family to us. Doesn't matter where you are. If you are a driver, you are part of the rideshare community, right? You got to see yourself as an extended family that supports each other. These are all our brothers and sisters. We're all in this together. If we can push for laws and increase in miles and increase in minute pay and get some benefits that employees get, whether it's paid leave, whether it's paid holiday time, whether it's health care, right? Excellent. Keep on pushing. Now, year after year, I'll say it again so it's on the record, I am not for a driver to become a fully blown employee. I don't think the employer-employee relationship works here, right? But I also know that these companies are not treating you like true independent contractors, right? Because true independent contractors, my friends, you can set your own rates, you can choose your location, you can drive when you want, you can decline or cancel as much as you want. So you're not being treated as a true independent contractor, but a hybrid version is what every state deserves. True IC model combined with employee rights. It's doable. I had an excellent 40-minute interview with Legal Rideshare yesterday. Jared Hoffa, Brian Greening. We did a podcast together. Fantastic topics, 3 topics. I'm not going to reveal them because the podcast comes out on Monday. It was great. Let me just say, it's worth listening to those 40 minutes. I will be posting the link. I'll be making Lexington and Louisville, Kentucky need to get on this. Exactly, 100%. Every city needs to get on this, right? All you need to do is find the drivers at airports, get onto a WhatsApp group chat or form a Facebook group and say, hey, if you want to join, if you want to unite in Lexington, right? Or in Miami, right? You start gathering the troops, the drivers, get them all on board to contact legislators, all at the same time, have hundreds and hundreds of drivers in Miami or hundreds and hundreds of drivers in Lexington contact the legislators and say, hey, you know what? This is how Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash and the others are treating us in our city. We demand more, we deserve more, and we propose the following, right? You got to start working with eager legislators that want to work with you. And you have the roadmap. You have the Seattle roadmap. Go and look at what they got through in Seattle. It is the best model to date. And I 150% agree with Sergio Evidian, right, who's been emailing me. He emails me every week. We go back and forth, right? One of the biggest advocates I know out there, besides my channel, really fighting for drivers. I can tell you, Sergio really fights for drivers. He doesn't take any crap like me. He doesn't take any nonsense like me from these companies. He fights and stands up for the drivers. And what he said, Torsten, we need to change state by state by state, get legislation through and bump up the rates, bump up the mile rates, bump up the minute rates for drivers, and set a minimum, whether it's $5, whether it's $6 or $8 that they have in France. You should have a minimum starting point. What's up with this bullshit $2.50, right? Oh, I'm going to do 10 trips times $2.50 and I've made myself $25. That's not money, my friends. Your expectations going into this. Why are your expectations so low? You're worth so much more, right? Your self-worth is so much more. Raise the bar. Set the bar higher for yourself. I am going to fight for better rates. I'm going to fight for better earnings and better conditions. Don't accept the basics that they're feeding you, that they spoon feeding you like Gerber baby food. Oh, here, little baby, take this. Accept this bullshit. Accept 35 cents. Accept 60 cents. Niet, nada, nein. No, nichts. Say no. Get together with drivers in your city. Get together with legislators and start changing the game. You have the power. You have the numbers. You have the power. They don't. And in this interview on Monday, you know, we're talking to one of the heaviest hitter attorneys in the country, legal rideshare, Brian Greening. This guy knows his shit. And he knows everything. He knows everything about the rideshare and food delivery. He does not just know the legal side, but he's so dialed in. You should listen to what he says about fighting for higher rates, fighting for your self-worth, standing up. They cannot stop us, right? What are you afraid of? So start rallying, start getting together in your city, start organizing yourselves, start working with legislators and politicians and say, hey, we have 1,000 drivers. We are going to call a press release. If you want to look good, come down here, get on the microphone, get in front of the camera, back us drivers. We are sick and tired of being treated by Uber and Lyft and by Dick Nose Dara like little children. We deserve better. Yes, you do deserve better, right? And you've heard me raging and ranting about this before. Yes, I get very worked up about it, but so what's our God-given right? We deserve more, my friends, right? So if I get very vocal, if I do get worked up, it's for a reason, my friends, right? I don't do this just to get my heart rate up, right? I can go to the gym to do that. I do this because I passionately care about fair compensation. They are not compensating us fairly. They are not treating us like essential drivers. Who is making the money here? Question mark. Who? You are, the driver. Without you going out in that car, in that Honda, in that Sienna, in that Suburban, in that Tesla, there would be nothing. The company would be nothing. So yes, the game plan is to replace drivers with autonomous vehicles. Yes, they are teaming up with Waymo and Cruise, but we have the power to slow that down. We right? You have a group of people fighting Cruise and Waymo in San Francisco. Edward Escobar, heavy staunch advocate for riders, right? They anti these bullshit AVs because they haven't been tried and tested. The technology hasn't been tested, and they're trying to push these cars through that so that they can replace drivers. We say no. We say no. In Russian, niet. In German, nein. In Dutch, absolute nix. In France, no. Espanol, nada. No. Nothing. We say no. What's that? Somebody just said, stop saying all drivers. You are the minority, not the majority. You're not the minority, you fool. You're the majority. All drivers, if you work together, you are the majority. What don't you understand about that simple formula? Why put yourself down and say you're the minority? Geez, like, man, rethink, reprogram yourself. He goes, no, you are speeding it up. Uber just signed up with Waymo. Yes, we know that, fool. We know they signed up with Waymo. We have the power to slow that down. What part of this don't you understand? Capiche? Jesus. Man, this guy's like a headache. Hit the thumbs up, my friends. And get together. Start forming a group. Use my channel. Use Sergio's channel. Hey, we have an organization going. We want to change things in Orlando. We want to change things in Nevada. We want to change things here. Albuquerque, Mexico. Get together as a group and then go down to the legislators. Go down to the Capitol and say, hey, we demand at least minimum wage. You're not getting minimum wage right now. Stop believing the bullshit that they're feeding you that you're making $30, $35 per hour. You're not. You are not. So please stay safe, California, with those storms rolling in, right? Sort of like bypassed Mexico, is heading Baja California. Category 3 right now. I pretty much think it's gonna slow down to a 1 by the time it hits LA, Ventura, and Orange County. No, I agree. Uber and Lyft should not be a full-time job. What you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to do, and you will see this on my course in Gig Rocket, right? You need to use Uber and Lyft to set yourself up with your own company. To register an LLC is going to cost you under $200. You bump up to commercial insurance. You bump up, get yourself a vehicle like a Sienna or an SUV or a hybrid SUV, right? And you start recruiting Uber and Lyft riders. And people say, oh, that's not legal, that's not legal. If you are not taking care of yourself, if you are not setting yourself up with plan C, right? Plan A and plan B, Uber and Lyft are gone soon. They're gone soon. And you're sitting there with a car that you financed for 5-6 years. You need to start setting up your company now. You need to start learning how to become a private driver, how to do the billing, how to set your own rates, how to establish yourself as your own company. The links are below. I'll share them later. You got to become a private driver. You got to learn the soft sale, how to bring riders and passengers across from Uber and Lyft into your own portfolio. Turn them into your own clients, right? I've worked this morning. I'm already on $500. On $500, I just finished my 3rd trip, right? I don't work for peanuts. I don't work for the $2.50s. Not happening. So start stepping into your self-worth. Start setting yourself up, my friends, right? Your time is now. So again, let's go back to Dick Knows Dara, Pinocchio the master bluffer. Dara, You have shown us time and time and time again, right? And I'm sure his wife can testify, or I'm sure his ex-wife can testify. He is the master bluffer. I don't know how good Darrow would be at a game of poker. I don't think he would be good. He's too see-through. He's shown us time and time again. He's bluffed in Seattle. He's bluffed in California. He's bluffed in Paris. He's bluffed in New York. He's bluffed in London. He's still there. He needs those markets. He needs that money. Do you think the investors are going to walk away from Minneapolis? Come on, man. Give me a break. Jennifer's in the house. Salud, amigos. We've got the green lady here. The coffee. I'm doing a 1 week cleanse, no food, just liquids. But part of the liquids, I have to have my coffee. I'm sorry. Without my coffee, day just ain't gonna happen. Salud. Now, 2 more trips today. It's gonna be 5 trips today. It's gonna be should be a good money day. Should end on about $900 today, right? As a private driver, you can easily make $900. Just start building out your clientele. I explain it in great detail at Gig Rocket. Go check it out. So we're on the 405 here, coming up to Sunset. Anybody know this spot here? Anybody know this spot? That's where we are right now. We're at 405 and Sunset. Coming up to the Getty Center. There's the Getty Center on the left, up on the hill. Can you see it? If you're in LA, worthwhile visiting. Obviously not worthwhile visiting on Sunday because the hurricanes are coming in. Capitol Records, baby. Keeping one eye on the road here. So why don't we do a little exercise, right? If you want to form a group of drivers or get some momentum going in your city, right? Why don't you in the comments box say, hey, you know what, I'm interested in getting a group of people together. Why don't you come back and share in the comments, hey, the guys or the girls that one should speak to, the legislators that we could approach in this city or this city, they're Mr. So-and-so, this is the email, right? Why don't you start researching that information in your city and sharing it under this video? Doesn't matter which city it is, right? You can rally in Vegas, you can rally in Salt Lake. Follow the Seattle model, my friends. Follow the Paris model. They're getting paid. Right, they're getting paid. Can you imagine a starting point of $8? So you drive the first 50 feet and you've made $8, right? Starting point. That's how you got to think. So I want every city, every state, every international city to start thinking like this. Who do we need to approach? Oh, these are the politicians, these are the legislators that we can approach. These are their names, these are their emails. Let's form a group, let's get a WhatsApp going, let's get a Facebook page going, and let's start copying the Seattle model. Let's fight like the New Yorkers, let's fight like the Parisians, like the French. Let's fight like the Londoners. These people know how to fight. Don't be Mr. and Mr. Desperado with low expectations and eat the baby food. Don't be like these people. Right? Can easily get a group of 1,000 drivers together and send emails and tweet these guys. I'm up in LA, correct. Los Angeles, live and die in LA. It's the place to be. LA, baby. Seattle. Oh, you're from Seattle, you drive in Dallas? Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Seattle. Anybody else want a shout out? Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Contact your legislators. San Diego in the house. Gustavo. San Diego, you guys are gonna, tomorrow night, a lot of rain. Tijuana, and San Diego, it's gonna piss down rain tomorrow night. Torrential rain. Uber Seattle in the house. Flex those muscles, baby. Flex it. You guys fought hard. I'm proud of you. Proud of Seattle. Cleveland, Ohio in the house. Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Smackovich, as Dustin always says, Smackovich that like button. Right? And Sergio, I'm excited to get together with Plan and execute online. Right? I know we can do it. Sergio, I know you have my back, I have your back. Shout out to anybody, thumbs up for Sergio here. Anybody like Sergio in the house? South Florida in the house. Shout out to South Florida. Oh yes, Minneapolis, they're in the house. You gotta fight. Gotta fight. Hit up your mayor, Mayor Frey. Tell him, don't veto the bill, do the right thing. If Mayor Frey in Minneapolis vetoes this, I'm gonna make a video for you, Minneapolis, and show Frey that he has no balls. Do the right thing, Mayor Frey. Jacksonville in the house. Shout out to Jacksonville. Jacksonville in the house. Live from LA, getting ready for the hurricane. Hurricane, rock me like a hurricane. California, you can make a lot of money if you're a private driver. You're making less and less money if you're driving on UberX. So we're getting ready for the hurricane year. My theme song, AC/DC, rock me like a hurricane. Cincinnati in the house. Missouri is in the house. Yeah, busy night today. I've got 5 trips, 5 private trips. With tips, we're going to end on about $900 because I know what my clients tip. My one client, my private client, billionaire in Hidden Hills, not going to mention his name, driving him tonight, picking him up from his Learjet. $40,000 worth of furniture. He said, Torsten, get a truck. August the 22nd, come on down to my house. His house is worth $45 million, right? Come down with a truck, bring some of your workers. I've got about $40,000 of furniture that you can pick up. So I said to him, I'll give you credits on trips. He said, bullshit. You know what he said? Bullshit. It's a gift. It's a gift. Come and pick up the sofa sets, the beds, the furniture, the rugs, all high-end stuff. He said, I don't want anything. He said, you've been loyal for 8 years. You've been here for my kids. I mean, I almost teared up, man. Giving me $1,000 worth of furniture. All I have to do is roll up with maybe 1 or 2 big U-Hauls and get 4 workers. That's easy. I'll do that in 3 hours. I've got the storage facilities. But I mean, where do you get $40,000 worth of free furniture, high-end furniture? Not every day, my friends. But when you recruit and when you form the right relationships with private clients, everything is possible. I did 6 Taylor Swift events in LA. I did all 6. 2 of them invited me into their suite. Come join us. Come party with us. I did 2 back-to-back Drake events. One said, come into our suite, join us. Right? So these are all the little extras, all the little bonuses you get as a private driver. You treat people, ladies and gentlemen, You treat people the way you want to be treated, right? You create these win-win situations in life. This is an equal exchange of beneficial and positive energy, my friends. You hook up with the right people, you drive the right people, they treat you well. It's very, very simple. Go to Gig Rocket, learn how to do it. Become a private driver. Take the private chauffeur course, 300 minutes. Start setting up your future. Don't be, don't like just spoon feed and eat that dick-nosed Dara puts on your plate. Please. Salute. Salute. Got 40 people in the house. Get your business card set up with your picture. See, there's me. They can see, okay, that's him. His phone number, his details. A car, right? Oh, he drove me in that car. Yes. So, sides. One is your face, right? It's me. I pick you up in that car. It's easy. It's all about visual. They put that business card and they take that business card. Oh my God, yes, that guy. I remember him. He drove me in that car. I remember what he looks like. Don't just give them a black and white business card with your name. It means nothing. Make it personal. Make them remember you, my friends. I'm sure there was a good message there. I'm driving here. I'm on the 101, but I'm going to read that. Your legislators in your city already. Form a group, approach them, text them, email them, contact them through Twitter. Contact Mayor Frey in Minneapolis. Do the right thing, my friend. Right? They're just bluffing. Pinocchio there, Dara Pinocchio Koshashawi, middle name Pinocchio, right? DPK, Dara Pinocchio Koshashawi, DPK. All he does is bluff. Threats and bluff, threats and bluff. Bait and switch, threats and bluff. Bait and switch, threats and bluff. DPK, Dara Pinocchio Koshashawi. Let's have your David Risher, middle name Pinocchio. David Pinocchio Risher, DPR and DPK, right? Dara Pinocchio Koshashawi and David Pinocchio Risher, master bluffers of the game. It's all they know. Threats and bluffs, bait and switch. Threats and bluffs, bait and switch. It's all you guys know. These are not leaders, my friends. These are not leaders. They try to intimidate you. They try to threaten you. I will take your account away. We'll close down your platform. This is how they roll. We say no. No, not with us. Not with us, my friends. Not with us. So go and stick it to DPK and DPR and tell them, hey, master bluffer, not with me, not with me. Get together in your city, form a group, form an alliance, form momentum, and start reaching out to the legislators. Get the legal language from Seattle, it's out there, and start putting something together that makes sense. SENSE and CENTS. You should no longer be driving for peanuts. Don't set low expectations. Set the bar higher. People paying you 35 cents, 60 cents per mile. Never seen such bullshit in my life. It's the lowest of the lowest at the moment, right? I mean, Minneapolis is asking for $1.41, and Uber and Lyft are threatening to pull out because of a 51 cents increase. That's what they're threatening out. Oh, we are not going to pay 51 cents more per mile. Well, then pull out. Dick-nosed Dara, pull out. Go. Taxis will replace you. Other rideshare companies will replace you, right? Economics, supply and demand. You don't think if Uber and Lyft pull out of Minneapolis, a couple of smaller rideshare companies will show up? Of course they will. They will fill the void. They'll be happy, right? Did it in Austin. So don't take the threats, my friends. We're on the 101 by Balboa Boulevard. Salute, my friends. I welcome you all. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday. All the Californians, stay safe. You got a hurricane coming your way. The people in Hawaii, my heart goes out to you. If you've lost loved ones, if you've gone to the opposite side of the island to seek shelter, because the majority of, that area burned down in Maui. It's just sad pictures that are coming out of Maui. Think about opening up in Minneapolis. It's good to open up in Minneapolis if these fools will pull out, but they won't pull out. And any small company that's trying to open up in Minneapolis, they're going to get bullied out. Uber and Lyft are not pulling out of Minneapolis, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling, I'm worried about this, I have a feeling that the mayor may veto. Tim Walz vetoed. I think the mayor, Frey, is going to follow suit. So text him, email him, tweet him, find him online. Frey, F-R-E-Y, F-R-E-Y, Mayor Frey, Minneapolis. Look him up and say, I'm a driver. I deserve the minimum. Do not veto. Do not veto, Mayor Frey. In Minneapolis, don't give up. Don't give up. Even if Mayor Frey sets another obstacle or another hurdle and vetoes, do not give up. You're so close to the finishing line. Keep fighting. Whip them. Whip them, whip them, whip them, whip them until you weaken them. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop, because what you are doing is working. You're in the headlines. You're in the news. People can see you're fighting. People can see what you're fighting for. You're fighting for 51 cents more per mile. You're fighting for at least the minimum wage. Mayor might veto. He might. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. All right, what's the temperature? 84. That's a little bit cooler than usual. It feels rather humid. Sign that the weather's changing here. Hurricane's slowly making itself towards LA. Don't think they've had a hurricane like for 80 years. I don't think that Malibu. I go to Malibu a lot. Take my kids surfing there. I don't think Malibu's been hit with any major storms for quite some time. It's going to piss down torrential rain. Salute! Salute! In drive, I hope. Just keep on in drive. Keep on building. Whoever's at in drive, keep on marketing. Keep on making inroads. Right? Competition is healthy. We need competition. You need a third and fourth player. That's why I was hoping that Bolt will arrive. Bolt, B-O-L-T. I was hoping that a third and fourth player would establish itself. I was hoping that FAIR, the people that I helped recruit 35,000 drivers for, hit them up. Speak to the guys in Canada. Where are those promises? I don't want empty promises from the Canadians. Follow through. You told me that you'd open up in California, New York. Follow through. David Attia and you guys, follow through. I don't want empty words. Follow through. I've gone out and recruited 35,000 drivers that are waiting. What are you waiting for, Canada? So, just want to make that clear. FAIR. Get your act together, FAIR, F-A-R-E. Coming up to DeSoto, 51 cents. Yeah, 51 cents. So they want to pull out. Oh, we're going to pull out. Threats and bluffs. Threats and bluffs. Bait and switch. Threats and bluffs. Pinocchio Koshashawi and Pinocchio Risha. It's all you can do. Threats and bluffs. And it's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, how suddenly these two CEOs work together, collaborate together when it comes to not increasing rates for drivers. Suddenly then they work together. How are you, my friend? Roadshare Warrior Rick in the house. How are you, my friend? It's amazing how Pinocchio Risha and Pinocchio Koshashawi start working together when they do not want to increase rates for drivers. Wow. That's when you guys climb into your queen size bed together. Mr. Risha puts on his PJs, and Koshashawi puts on his little G-strings, and they climb into bed together and they start strategizing. We are going to threat and we're going to bluff, Risha. Pinocchio, don't you agree with me, Pinocchio? Yeah, I agree with you, Pinocchio. Let's do that. Means nothing. I mean, I can truly see Mr. Risha and Mr. Koshashawi lying next to each other in a queen-size bed, holding hands and strategizing. You know what? How do we keep on threatening? How do we keep on bluffing? How do we keep on not paying these drivers? We'll figure it out tonight, you and I, in my queen bed. That's who they are, my friends. They are weak individuals. Weak. And then Mr. Risha, I hope you're listening in. He says, he pushes out a press release. I put my money where my mouth is. David Risha, your words. I put my money where my mouth is. Okay, then fucking do it. Do it. Don't talk about it, right? You said you're going to put money into drivers' accounts. You said you're going to treat drivers better and treat riders better. Don't talk about it. Do it. Right? I put my money where my mouth is. Bullshit you do, man. You've been there for 120 days sitting on your fucking ass as the new CEO of Lyft, and you have not lived up to one of your promises. You've brought in a cute little airport idea. You've abolished shared rides, but you have not addressed drivers and you have not addressed riders. So don't push out these BS Pinocchio press releases, Mr. Risha, because we read between the lines. We can see who you are. You're all talk, no action. All talk, no action. Right? Mr. Risha? All talk, no action. How dare you use that line, I put my money where my mouth is. No, you don't. You've shown us in 120 days that you are not delivering for drivers and you're not delivering for riders. So shame on you. Same bullshit as Logan Green and John Zimmer. Same fucking bullshit, right? All just playing politics, so pushing out a press release. I put my money where my mouth is. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you would, we would see some action. You would see some positive comments. Same trash as Dick Knows Dara. Same trash. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Talk, 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 talk. Bark, 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 bark. Boo, 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 boo. No bite. Just boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Just barking. No bite. No bite, these CEOs. No balls, no bite. Sorry. Say it as it is. Going through the Malibu canyons now. Might lose the reception here. If we do lose the reception, we'll be back. Upside, yes, I use Upside app. I've referred a lot of people to Upside. I think you really make I get a couple of dollars from Upside per day. Not complaining. A few dollars per day on extra gasoline because I've referred some drivers. And who signed me up? Dustin. Dustin is driving. Signed me up. I signed up under Dustin. And I have to thank Dustin because I get a couple of dollars every day of free gasolina. Maso gasolina. Maso gasolina. Thank you, Dustin is driving. Dear friend, great warrior. 32 people in the house. If you have not smacked that like button, it looks like this. Thumbs up and subscribe, please. Fantastic. Proud of you. 135 people from the Lyft platform that you've converted into private clients. I salute you, my friend. I am truly, genuinely proud of you. That's awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Learn how to do that. Take my private chauffeur course, right? Become a true independent contractor where you're setting the rates and you're putting 100% of those monies in your own pocket. Why should I hand 70% over to Uber and Lyft? I ask you, why should I hand over 60 to 70% of the job that I'm doing with my car, my miles, my gas? Why am I handing over 60 to 70% over to Uber and Lyft and DoorDash? Isn't that a legitimate question, ladies and gentlemen? Right? Like, why? Why are we doing that? I mean, that formula is pretty effed up, my friends. It's pretty effed up. It was once upon a time, they were giving you 60% and they were taking 40, then it was 50-50. Then they're taking 60, you 40. Now they're on like almost 70% and you're getting 30%. It's trash. Like, how far do they want to push us? They want to push you to the breaking point. That's what they want to do. All right, we are driving through the city of Calabasas. I think I'm going to fire up my ATV and do a little bit of off-roading today. Just have a little bit of fun, release, and then I'm going to be back behind the wheel and do the evening shift. I'll be at the Dodger Stadium. Anybody down there? I'll be at the Dodger Stadium. And then very late tonight, I'm picking up at a private airport. So yeah, have a little bit of fun during the day. And then we're going to get back to work, back to work, back to reality. My friends, I wish you all a happy Saturday. I wish you all a happy Sunday. Go Dodgers. Be safe out there. Make sure you know what's going on. 360 degrees, right? Please be safe. Take care of yourself. Safety is everything. And I'm wishing you and your families a fantastic weekend, right? And to recap, start getting together with drivers in your cities. Form some momentum, form a group of people, start approaching your legislators and start changing things to your benefit. Step into your self-worth. Do not miss the Legal Rideshare podcast on Monday. You will enjoy it. You will really, really enjoy it. The Legal Rideshare podcast with Jared Hoffer, Brian Greening, and Torsten Kuhnert, Rideshare Professor, on Monday. Don't miss it. It's a good one. Good content, good topics, right? Shout out to all of you, whatever you're doing today, whether you're chilling, whether you're making money, whether you're taking the lady to dinner or the movies, or you're out with your kids, or whatever you are doing, have a fabulous weekend, my friends. Rock on, right? California, stay safe out there. Hurricane on the way. Take precautions, right? Don't think it's a good thing to drive tomorrow night. Like after 9 p.m. it's supposed to hit. The rain supposed to come in is going to be rains, torrential rains. Probably not a good time to switch on your Uber or Lyft app. So go chill tomorrow night. Go relax, and maybe even all of Monday, because it's supposed to be pounding with rain in California. California drivers, California food delivery drivers, rideshare drivers, be safe Sunday and Monday, right? Thank you, my friends. Drive safe.